quarterbacks 1, 2, and 3.
At the 8th position, we'll continue to look at quarterbacks. I've been impressed.
It's a big decision that the Jets have to make. It's all about value.
The opportunity to trade up and get a guy can be a big part of our future.
You got to take risks.
Regardless of where I go, I'll be ready to go.
Coming for your spot, can't nobody stop him.
Just 9 days away from the NFL draft, and we're about to have a whole lot of fun today doing our own mock draft with the top 10 picks. Hold on to your seatbelts, people. It's wild as we welcome you to NFL Live. And coming later, the plan for the Dolphins with the number 6 overall pick. Adam Schefter has some fascinating context on Miami's plans that you do not want to miss. My friend Dan Orlovsky is here today, so we've got a lot of Dan coming your way. And I'm telling you, just wait till you see who he's picking in this mock draft. Mina Kimes is going to make him look really dumb or really smart, depending on which side of the coin you happen to be on. And Adam Schefter, of course, as I mentioned. All right, let's get to the mock draft. We said that Todd and Mel released an alternating 3-round mock today. The key here is they made the picks based off what they would do, not what they think each team will do. So here's a look at how the top 10 picks went down. You see Mel selecting Justin Fields for the 49ers at pick 3. That's what he'd do. Had the Patriots trade up to 7 overall for Mac Jones. Had the Broncos taking Trey Lance with the 9th overall pick. Really interesting stuff. So now it's our turn. Get ready, everyone. We're putting GM's Mina Kimes and Dan Orlovsky on the clock. They're going to mock draft the top 10 picks, how they would do it. So, Mina, you get the first pick, and you are on the clock, Mina Kimes.
All right, get ready to be shocked. No, I'm just kidding. I'm taking Trevor Lawrence, the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is the easiest pick in the draft. I mean, there's a reason this guy's been earmarked for the first overall pick since he was in high school, basically. Athleticism, insane. Arm talent, insane. His movement abilities inside and outside of the pocket. Playmaker. No-brainer, like I said. Jacksonville, grab Trevor Lawrence, don't think twice.
Yeah, way to jump there. Okay, for the New York Jets, number 2, I'm taking Zach Wilson. Obviously, the trade to move on from Sam Darnold is part of this. And then Zach Wilson, just the uncoachable traits that he has, mixed with that Mike LaFleur offense, is going to be hopefully a really good fit. Too talented of a player to pass up on.
So I'm picking 3rd for San Francisco, and like Mel, I'm taking Justin Fields, Ohio State quarterback. Not sure San Francisco is going to do this, but I'm going to do it because I think his accuracy to all 3 levels of the field will take that Kyle Shanahan offense and elevate it to the next level. He takes care of the football, incredible arm, then of course the athleticism is something that Kyle hasn't gotten to work with in a while. Can't wait to watch it in San Francisco. In my dreams.
You see the logo? The Cardinals are going to trade up to the 4th spot with the Atlanta Falcons to draft Kyle Pitts. They've been all in this offseason to try to make this 2-year window run with Kyler Murray, and they get the most explosive and dynamic pass-catching threat, versatile player in this draft.
Ooh, I love that for them. Okay, I actually thought about taking a pass catcher here for Cincinnati, but in the end, Joe Burrow needs to stay healthy. I know they've got Jonah Williams, so they can move him inside, then eventually to the right side. Penei Sewell is the best tackle in the draft. Makes too much sense.
The Dolphins take Jamar Chase, the best receiver in this draft, and they're going to pair him with Tua Tagovailoa. Jamar Chase is the one receiver in this draft that the Dolphins will be able to stick him by himself and go, hey, man, you go beat that corner. Big-bodied receiver, physical at the contested catch point, exactly what Tua needs.
All right, so I know I've been kind of boring so far. Going to get a little spicy here and have Denver trade up from 9 to 7 for quarterback Trey Lance. Look, we know John Elway likes big, tall quarterbacks with big arms. Trey is all of that. This team is a quarterback away. Trey Lance can be their future.
Okay, here it goes. Boston, go up. You trade with the Detroit Lions to go get, Carolina Panthers, to go get Mac Jones.
Come on, Dan.
I love this for New England. Mac Jones finally comes off the board. They're going to go back to their old school offense when it comes to ball distribution at the quarterback position. His accuracy is phenomenal.
So the Detroit Lions have traded back, and I am thrilled because Devontae Smith, Alabama wide receiver, fell into my hands. It's the position we needed. He is a true number 1. I don't care about his size. We've seen him win on the outside. He can be the core. He can form the core that this team can build around.
I'm going to be the Los Angeles Chargers, and I'm going to go trade up to 10 with the Dallas Cowboys to go get Rashawn Slater and protect Justin Herbert. Slater's a big-time tackle, ton of starts at Northwestern, can play inside or outside. Daniel Jeremiah said if he played inside, he'd go be an all-pro at the guard position. It's about protecting your young quarterback investment. The Chargers go get Rashawn Slater with a trade for the Cowboys.
All right, so if that was a lot for you to digest, here's what it looks like. These two GMs, Kimes and Orlovsky, here's the top 10 picks and how they played out. Dan shaking everything up with the Cardinals trading up to the 4th spot for Kyle Pitts. Both of you got involved in the QB trades. I love it. Mina having the Broncos trading up to the 7th spot for Trey Lance, and Dan having the Patriots trading up to 8th overall for Mac Jones. So, Dan, let's go back to that trade for Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts at number 4, and you get the Cardinals involved there. He loves it. He's so excited about this. What was the thought process there to put Pitts with the Cardinals offense that, listen, you add him in, my goodness.
Well, the Cardinals have showed us with their actions that they believe they're in a Super Bowl window because of Kyler Murray being such a good player and still cheap. But their offense is still missing a pass-catching threat. DeAndre Hopkins is remarkable. We all know that, right? And they brought in Jay Green, and okay, but they still need another weapon on the outside. And Kyle Pitts doesn't necessarily have to play, okay, my fingers are in the ground and I'm going to go play tight end. He's just going to be really a wide receiver in kind of this 4-spread offense. And if I'm Steve Keim, I'm calling the general manager of the Cardinals, I'm calling Terry Fontenot and go, okay, I'll give you the 16th pick. And I'll give you the 49th pick this year. And then I'm only going to start with my 2nd-round pick for next year, though.
Oh, boy.
And just to see if I can get him to bite. And I just think that if you told me the Cardinals went and got Kyle Pitts, I can legit sit here and say, okay, they're a Super Bowl contender. I feel that confident in the quarterback, in the pieces of the offense, and some of the additions that they've made to the defense. And Kyle Pitts is such a special player that he immediately becomes Kyler Murray's Travis Kelce.
I mean, they're in the NFC West, Mina, but Dan's got him as a Super Bowl contender if they add Kyle Pitts. What do you think? You're the GM on the other side of this thing.
Come on, Terry.
Yeah, I think it would be a terrifying proposition for defenses in the NFC West, which is already a terrifying division. I think the defense has a little bit too many holes to put them in the Super Bowl just yet, Dan, in that secondary and even up front with J.J. Watt. But again, it does make their offense fearsome. I would absolutely love it for them. And I would love it for young Kyler Murray because you're 100% right. DeAndre Hopkins was too often doubled or bracketed last year. Didn't have another option to go to. There's hope that Christian Kirk or Andy Isabella might step up. They really didn't as a number 2 option. And Kyle Pitts is the best possible number 2 option in the draft. It would be interesting for Cliff Kingsbury, who we so often associate with that 10 personnel, meaning 4 wide receivers on the field, to throw a tight end into the mix. But he's shown a willingness to evolve his offense in the NFL. And frankly, I think it would be great for Kyler Murray because the part of his game that he really needs to work on if he wants to take that next step is his accuracy to the intermediate level of the field. Kyle Pitts is the solution to that problem. And like I said, I would not want to defend that offense.
Just quickly, just think of this, Cardinals fans. Like, think about putting DeAndre Hopkins on one side and Kyle Pitts on the other side. Defense, where do you go? Who do you rotate to? It's also going to make your run game better. Now imagine DeAndre Hopkins and Kyle Pitts on the same side together. What do you do down in the red zone? So, yeah, it would take an aggressive move, but a team who has been aggressive this offseason, I just think there's a sneaky chance that they sit there and go, that guy's a huge piece that puts us over the top.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Cardinals fans out there that now have had this beautiful platter of amazing food put in front of them, and it might not happen. They're still going to be really good, but Dan, now you've got us all thinking about it. All right, let's get to Trey Lance. His second pro day was yesterday. He threw in front of teams at North Dakota State, and the Falcons were there. But most notably, when I'm talking about these teams, the 49ers were there, and they were